Hello there. Good evening. Okay, first order of business. Let's start this interview off right. Okay, then. Uh, what I wanted to talk about was, well, the inevitable return to power of plastic. There was a lot of momentum gaining, particularly in California and here in Canada, about the removal of unnecessary plastic. I mean, there was no way of totally getting rid of it. There are many products that require plastic, and there isn't an alternative that would be suitable for these particular products, and they're everyday ones. However, there was a lot of plastic out there is, and will be for the future, that is completely unnecessary. There's like there are plastic in things that, why is it even there? It's garbage after it's been taken by the consumer and disposed of. Yet it lasts for, however long plastic lasts. However, what people don't understand is plastic is also the cost of doing business. And what I mean by that is that, there are people who make a lot of money pushing plastic. And these type of people, usually men, because women don't actually have as much power as the media makes them out to have, because most men can attain power without it being a sexual thing, or playing on the liberal media. However, most women cannot obtain power without those elements. Sorry to say, but it's the truth. We really should respect their minds, but we haven't quite advanced that far as a civilization just yet. Anyway, back to plastic. Um, Justin Trudeau was pushing an anti-plastic platform, and that's very honorable of him. If you ignore the fact that Asia produced most of the plastic, and Trudeau basically is telling them to shove off, take their plastic back, and don't give us any more, which isn't actually really the nice guy thing to do when you think about it. But he portrays himself as the good guy. He never wants to harm anyone and all that sort of stuff. But that is actually quite harmful for other people. I mean, a leader's got to look out for his own country, but, to say that they're all, he never does bad things or he's not a nice guy, um, some people don't understand these little things. However, I believe because of COVID-19, plastic was it was almost seemingly going to go away, and now it's back in full force because everyone seems to think that it is a deflector shield from Star Trek, that somehow it protects them from viruses and people's germs and all that kind of stuff. And to an extent it does, but it comes with a price, the environmental effects on the planet. And what better way to persuade people that, yes, you want plastic, you want it back, you don't want it to go away, than say that it's basically a deflector shield defending you from, harmful things. Because, almost every product that we buy has something to do with plastic. Uh, and, like I said, it was a very popular movement to reduce the amount of plastic that we were accepting into our society, because we know how bad it is for the earth. It can be carcinogenic. Fish eat it. It's bad for the water. It's bad for the air. It's bad for everything. Um, However, they were very evil people who went, they're going to lose money if plastics, not incorporated into everything like it was before. And these people are capitalists to the extreme. They take, 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 and that's all they know how to do. And this, you know, plastic resurgence has most people clamoring to it. They want plastic to return. It's like a cartoon villain cooking up a scheme to get people to like plastic again like they used to. Or at least be, indifferent to the evils it causes. It is the cost of doing business, unfortunately. There are a lot of things, like I said, you can't avoid. They're going to have plastic in it because there's no other alternative. However, you know, the ability to try and think of new things that might be better or, less damaging to the earth is most certainly a avenue that, a sensible person would conclude. However, the evil of the world, not going to happen anytime soon. And this virus, that could have been spawned by the motivation of keeping plastic in Western society. Because a lot of people don't know about plastic is $1 billion industry. And I don't mean specific things that are made of plastic that we, expect there to be plastic in, like iPhones, Hasbro toys, televisions, computers, car parts, and everything else that has plastic in it. There's a level of degree where people accept that something's going to be made of plastic and not made of metal or something else. However, like I said, the elimination of unnecessary plastics, that is still part of the cost of doing business, and it's $1 billion industry, and the people who are responsible for that don't want to lose their money or their position in the world spectrum. So, did they come up with a virus that would have people clamoring to the idea that plastic is great again? Quite possibly. I'm saying it's a distinct possibility that that is what they've done. That could be one of the motivating factors behind why COVID-19 is actually man-made, artificial, and that's part of the reason the government is taking it so seriously, is because this could have been cooked up in a laboratory somewhere, and they can't really say it, but there's a lot of implications if you actually look into it. And that is why they focus on the main points, which is wash your hands, physical distancing, social distancing. Yeah, that's what been my problem all these years. I've been social distanced. And, basically blaming the common everyday man for their fuck ups. Excuse me, I don't feel like being blamed for your problems. But, the establishment always is looking for a scapegoat. They always do. And it's not a direct blaming the public, but they're blaming the public. That's what they're doing. It doesn't matter if it seems like a heartfelt message being told by Justin Trudeau or any of his acolytes. The truth is that they're blaming the everyday citizen because it's convenient for them. And this resurgence in plastic, when people start clamoring to it because they think it will make them safer from viruses and germs, Justin Trudeau can alleviate his conscience by blaming somebody else. Blaming a group of ignorant, citizens of a country. When in fact, it's actually more or less the government's fault. Maybe not his administration specifically, but they definitely don't want to take any of the blame. And some of their administration is actually directly to blame, even if Justin Trudeau wants to hold on to power without any responsibility. So I'm going to be one of these guys who's not going to applaud the government's response to this crisis. I think they've done a rather pathetic job. I think with all the hindsight and preparation that they've had, is an abysmal attempt at controlling the situation. They know how to control the people, because people are kind of dumb and easy to control. However, they themselves, as far as containing the situation, very poor job. C minus. And, that's my 2 cents. And on that note, I'm going to have a little beer. You don't mind, do you? Does it bother you? Does it irritate you? There's some people that it does. Even if they won't admit it to me, I know it does. Based on some other videos I made about the topic. But anyway, cheers.